Greetings, mortals, I am the Fallen Shogun, and welcome to another Who's That Indie, being strategic, tactical and survival indie games your face holes. Today's first impression is Galaxy in Turmoil, a conceptual demo which I am recording voice for after the fact because my mic didn't record for some ungodly reason, so I'm re-recording it. Which means I'm re-watching what I did and trying to remember. So Galaxy in Turmoil, according to all the information and what I remember, was a Battlefront 2 original fan remake. You know, like the original one from like 2005, until it was completely and totally shut down by EA. So they basically took all of their hard work and turned it into a real game. So they've become... Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so as you can see, quickly look at the servers. There are 3 people playing right now. Across the whole world, 3 people are playing. It's meh. So you can obviously look for servers. There's also a quick play where it puts you straight into a battle with bots. But look, up to 30 players, no one's playing. And there you go. But yeah, this was a fan remake, but it was shut down. So these people were making Battlefront 2 fan remake in their spare time. So they were fan developers. Now they are full-time developers, so you have to look at them in a different way. Also, I clicked quick play as soon as I moused over it. As you can see, I've clicked it a couple more times. Waiting, waiting. There we go. So, yeah. It took about 5 to 10 seconds for it to acknowledge I did it. Now, as you can see, there are multiple different classes, and they actually look quite okay. Each class has a different alien. So there are 2 sides in the game. There is the aliens, and then there's the robots. So, obviously, these are the alien forces. And you can see they're going for a roughly similar idea as Battlefront 2. You have the 4 classes which all look unique, so you can like identify them by what they look like. And then there's the Vanguard. So you can see the spell points, but there's nothing there. But yeah, the Vanguard are the hero classes in the game. But because you don't really acknowledge them as you do to say like Han Solo or C-3PO, they don't really have much in the way of existence. Now, as you can see, there's like 5 aside, and it put me in. So you can have more people when the bots would be there. Now, for it to be Battlefront 2, you would have to obviously... Look at that, AI is stuck on the wall because it can't get in. Oh, and those 2 are stuck over there. Cool. So as you can see, the AI is really, really good. But yeah, to be Battlefront 2, you need a good amount of AI. As you can see, you can't shoot through the spawn wall, so that guy was ignoring the AI enemy behind him and trying to kill me. And the AI just jumping, doing nothing. Now that one's ignoring me. The AI currently is non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. Quick test. So yeah, when you press the shift button, between 1.5 and 1 second later, you can see me testing it here, it actually activates, as you can see. That's me just testing. So yeah, there's about a 1 second delay from me pushing the shift button to me running. The AI, as you can tell, ignores each other, ignores active combatants. In the test I did before this, the AI would literally follow people and then not shoot them. As you can see, the AI is actually firing back at least, but yeah, it's not that good. The AI is actually quite frankly terrible. It either ignores you, gets stuck in the wall or the corner. So yeah, pathfinding is bad, AI is bad. There still is 2 AI stuck in the spawn point of the first room. That was an enemy who went around past me, as you can see. Still running past me, still ignoring me. Okay, he's figured out I'm behind him. So yeah, the AI is not good. There's only 3 people in existence on all the maps. And the guns, they do feel, I've said this before, anemic. There is no real impact. Look, that guy ran past me. You could say he couldn't see me, but when he came around the corner, he would have spotted me coming up. He didn't care. But yeah, the big complaints in the game are there's no fan base. Because a lot of them are waiting for it to exist. But yeah, and the biggest one is lag. Not as in server lag, as in laggy responses, laggy controls. When you shoot a gun, there's an ever so slight delay. What's he doing? Those two just walked into each other and ignored each other. But see that delay when he's shooting the gun and the sound? Him shooting the gun and the sound from the gun is delayed. Me running is delayed. Me actually, you know, pushing the button to start the game is delayed. The doors are delayed. This is me having a look at it at one point. But yeah, it's massive amounts of delay. Now, it's easily... I'm actually having a mint right now, I apologise. It's easily fixable. But the problem is... this is a proof of concept, so trying to prove that the game's viable. But look at those two over there. The game is viable. The problem is... the game right now should have better AI. Should have better standing. If these people are remaking a game, you should be able to tighten that up, because usually you're gamers. Some devs aren't gamers. Oh, that was me noticing. So I was wondering if this was a teleport. It isn't. Now, another thing you usually notice with starting developers is bloom effects. Like this. Super bright, highly bloom. Usually for no reason. Usually like very glowy, very bright, and there's no real reason for it apart from it massively highlights things. So you can kind of tell at the level of a game, quite a lot of the time ironically, by how bloomy it is. Like sometimes it works like spotlights and things, but when it gets to the point where it's literally blinding so you can't see through it, like this, you can usually tell, you know, at what stage they're at. That blooms over the top. The AI, look, they're over there again, stuck on the wall once more. And they're probably trying to kill the two guys stuck in the corner. The fact is, they're just running into a wall and waiting. So, yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. But there you are. So I've like died 2, 3 times. Decided to try out a different class to see what they look like, just to prove a thing. So this guy's got the Sunstorm. Oh yeah, I was pointing out here that, if I remember, that how like the bright bloom doesn't really fit in with the aesthetic. And I feel like this map... oh, being shot at. Didn't know what this gun was, so I thought I'd try it. I'm holding the button down. Then I let it go. I thought it might be a charge because it's not doing any damage. And then I realised at point blank range by maybe 3 or 4 feet is where it does the damage. And it's very inconsistent, as you can see there. I'm shooting through his legs, shooting through his body. So gun damage is inconsistent. Bloom is massively over the top. Now there's lag on fire, there's lag on running, there's lag on buttons, there's lag on doors, there's lag on joining the game. This here is when I noticed the lag on the door. Just here. I didn't notice it until this point. If you actually look, the roughly where you start and when the door opens is different at every time. It doesn't automatically start at every point. It's just laggy. And the door sort of takes a while to work. Oh, that guy's ignoring me. And then it doesn't. So, yeah, there's lag on the gunfire. There's lag on a lot of things. And like I've said, it's fixable. It is fixable. The problem being, if it's in early stage proof of concept, but they're trying to prove the concept works, that's not a good sign. At all. Like, it's fixable. I really hope this game comes out. But this could be a case of one of those games where people were excited for it at the very beginning, and then they moved on. You know, either it becomes a good success story in 1 or 2 years' time, or people forget within 3 months. Because the people have a lot of hope for this team. Also, I killed myself here because I just wanted to try something else out. I wanted to try out the Vanguard, see how good they are. Because these are like the hero characters, as it were. You need to get Vanguard points by killing people. Oh, they're still in the corner. Good on them. So you see I'm trying them out. Then I realised that it doesn't automatically reload, as you can see. I was like, if I keep shooting, will it reload? No. Also, I did a lot less damage with my pistol than I did with the assault gun. Which is never a good sign. But I do have a lot more health. That was an enemy soldier which went past me. You may notice I didn't fully notice that because he went straight to the wall, so he'll be there forever. But yeah, the Vanguards are the hero class. There are 3 Vanguards in the game. One unique to each side, and the other one you saw. So the left one is unique, and the right one on the top, it's the same for both sides. So I don't know what happens if one gets deployed. Maybe the other team can't use it. Although, as far as I can tell, this guy isn't that good. Because the soldier class, the ranger, it does more damage. Doesn't even have to use a full clip to kill someone. This is me just testing out the delay. Oh, that was it. No, I wasn't testing out the delay. I was testing out to see if the reload was automatic. It is not. I was testing out my reload. But as you can see, I realised there was another player in the game. So there I had 5 deaths. Quite surprised at that. But 19 kills. So yeah. Currently, the only way you're going to get a good play out of this game is if you play against other players. And that's if you can ignore the delays on nearly every action you do. Now, movement, there's no delay unless you run. Gunfire, there's occasionally a bit of a delay. Some of the guns are massively anemic. You do not feel like there is any impact from any of the weapons you have at all. Which is a bit of a problem, obviously. Because if guns don't feel like they're having an impact, what usually happens there is people don't really care about the game. Oh, it does work. And here's the other team. As you can see, these guys are super unique. Each one is exactly the same guy. So ironically, the AI soldiers have the worst AI in the game. Amusing. But yeah, these guys all look exactly alike. I don't know if they're just stand-ins or if they're meant to be, I don't know, something else like stormtroopers. But they all look the same and all a bit meh. But like you see, you can rearm your guns back at spawn. Now I was considering that the design of this, maybe it was meant to be like the Death Star. But the characters look okay. They don't really stand out. They're nothing like massively amazing. Because they have the really shininess of a Unity model. Now usually that's not a bad thing. Because I quite like Unity. Unity's pretty good for a lot of games. But like I say, the world is grimy. But there's massive bloom on the lights and the character models. Which really offsets it. Because like, so you got the glowy doors, the glowy walls. And then grime. Immediate grime, but you guys shine like they're literally hanging out next to the sun. But as you can see, Philippe's back again. Maybe I'll have a bit of fun with the other person. But yeah, you're not going to have fun if you're just versus the AI. You're going to need to bring friends. It is free to play. So yeah, it is free to play. You can't... You sometimes get the camera stuck in walls when you're in third person. And the bloom, like I say, even with the gunfire, is a bit over the top. Looking back at this, it's very over the top. Also, the map is next to useless. This is the bit where I was thinking maybe this is the Death Star. Well, go look in that room. So I remember that being in one of the Death Star maps, the central core. And obviously they've changed it, but yeah, I was thinking, yeah, that big bit in the middle, yeah, it looks familiar. Bit of a board cube vibe. But yeah, it feels like the architecture is trying to do several different things at once, so I'd like to see that a bit more stylised. But I do like the wall designs. The character designs, while not unique, they look okay. But it's hard to be unique in a market saturated with, like, sci-fi characters. But yeah, it exists. Yeah, you need to tighten it up a lot. Whether it will still hold interest when it's more tight, it will be a different matter. Because of course, like I say, there is a lot of issues. An awful lot of issues. It is free to play. Links will be in the description downstairs below. You can try it out yourself. I would not recommend running, because that will make you feel a bit ill, the whole how janky it is. But yeah, either way, I've been the Fallen Shogun. This has been a first look, and hopefully see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.